So today I'm joined by, and I always have to slay slow lesbian bed death because I always get it the wrong way round. Here known as LBD. LBD, how are you folks?
Woo!
Hi. Woo.
It's a
You
Tuesday.
all okay?
Yeah, we're good. I think we're all still coming down off of the high that was the tour that we've just done. So we're all just adjusting to being back to normal people again.
Yeah.
She says dressed
Boo.
as a shark.
I
I
say dressed
don't
as a
think we've
shark.
ever been normal people, JJ. Let's be real.
I'm normal, right?
Mm.
Ooh.
So we first met at Call of the Wild Festival back in end of May, isn't it? Call of the Wild
Yeah.
Festival.
Uh-huh.
Great set there. You've just alluded to the fact that you've done a tour with Birthday Massacre.
Yep.
Saw you at Rescue Rooms in Nottingham. Great set, folks. Really loved that. That was great. You
Thank
seem
you.
to enjoy it. Was it a good tour?
Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like it was very much go go go. I feel like sometimes on tour you get to like explore a little bit. So this is like personally speaking, this is my third tour with Lesbian Bed Death now, and the first tour we feel like we mucked around. Is that really terrible to say? We went out, we explored, we found loads of different places. We found like the was it the Celties?
We went to see a lot of landmarks, didn't we, on
Yeah,
the
we saw
Calories.
a lot
route?
of landmarks. Whereas this year it felt like non-stop. But is it bad to say that I kind of loved that? I loved that chaos. I just feel like chaos suits us as people and as a band. We kind of just take everything in our stride. So the fact that it was so go, go, go was kind of great for us. We were like, yeah, hell yeah, we're just in it to have fun. We're
I mean,
here
just
for
look
this
at our
moment.
gravity-defying bassist,
Yeah,
Chaos.
chaos, pure chaos.
So what was your favourite bit on tour? The chaos and what else?
Um,
The people,
yeah, the people.
the fans, the other bands that we were playing with, other people you meet along the way, it was all fantastic fun, wasn't it?
We just
And
met so many cool people, didn't we? And it was just we got to
yeah,
make really good friends, and people we're staying in contact with, like the other bands. But then also, we saw a lot of our fans on the tour as well, which is always nice to see. People made the effort to come and see us, which is always heartwarming. But we got to meet so many new cool people as well. So as Amy said, just the people were great. That's I think is always going to be our favorite thing about this is just meeting new people, isn't it?
Yeah. Any any bad bits? Anything that go wrong?
They left me at a service station.
Oh, this is a good story. Tell us
They
about
left
that.
me at a service station, and I'm glad Effie is here actually because it was all her fault.
Oh,
So imagine you. Where were we heading back from, Dan?
I don't even remember. It's somewhere.
some
It's
blur.
just a service station in the middle of the night, isn't it? I think was it Lim services? So we're probably going back to Stoke, weren't
We
we?
were going back to Stoke
yeah.
from somewhere,
Yeah,
We were only
and
half
yeah,
an hour away from being back in
yeah,
yeah.
Stoke.
and we all
So
kind of
she could have
thought,
walked. It'd have been fine.
yeah, totally, 100%, whatever. So imagine general rule of thumb in particular, when it's late at night as well, someone will stay with the van. And I think I'd been asleep, like not even 5 minutes before this happened. I'd been curled up in the van asleep on the way back to Stoke. So they'd all stopped at the service station. I'd kind of like come to as they'd all piled out of the van, got into the service station, done the business, got a drink, whatever. And they all came back. And I'm like, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go to the toilet. I'm not going to hold it. I don't know how far we are from Stoke. It's close, but not close enough for my bladder's liking. So I say to Effie, I get up out of my seat. I say to Effie, I'm just going to nip the toilet. I'll be 5 minutes. Um, that's the only person I told. That's the only person I told was Effie,
The
who,
thing is,
who was not
she kind
useful.
of did
She's
it
gone
as we
now. She
were
want to hear
getting
it.
in. I know she's denying, she's
How is
hiding.
she?
She's hiding, she's embarrassed. And what basically happened was from my perspective, I'd said to Effie, I'm going to be 5 minutes. I'd went into the service station, I went to the toilet, and I saw that there was a Costa. And my favorite drink, the only time of year I will go to a Costa is when they have a maple hazel hot chocolate, because I get it with oat milk and it is divine. Dan can agree that it's the greatest drink ever. So I get one of those. I was not gone for longer than like 4 or 5 minutes, right? I come back out of the service station and we parked right by the door in these coach bays. And I came back out, Costa in hand, la da dee dee dee. Oh, where's the van? The van's gone. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's moved the van. Maybe he's ready to set off. So maybe he's just pulled around. I start walking the entire length of the service station and I cannot find them. So I'm going to let someone else say what had happened from the van's perspective. But that is my perspective. I came out and there was no van.
Before I drive off, I always say, "Is everyone in the van?" And everyone just goes, "Yeah," without actually looking to see if everyone's in the van. And because it's dark, it's late at night, everyone's half asleep. Everyone they kind of like tuck up into little balls and stuff. And do you know what I mean? So you can't really tell who's there or not. So I just assumed they weren't lying to me. And we went to the petrol station.
Yeah.
Then Effie says to Ev in the front of the van, it's like, "You do know JJ's not in the van."
Effie, can we have the line from you, please?
Yeah, but luckily we hadn't disappeared too far. So
Yeah, so like, basically like they'd driven out of the service station and then like across the main road, the highway, whatever you want to call it, the motorway, was a petrol station. And they'd pulled out, they'd fully left the service station and gone to this petrol station to refuel, as we decided we were going to keep the van for another couple of days, didn't we? Rather than commuting to some of the commutable dates. So they'd gone across and Effie just pipes up, she's like, "Oh, you do realise JJ is not in the van, right?" So thanks. And meanwhile, point of view, me, like 5 minutes have gone by. I'm walking up and down thinking, where the hell is this van? I go to reach my phone in my pocket to call them and go, "You've left me behind," as panic settles into my bones. And my phone is in the van. So
that's what I was wondering. Did you have your phone with you?
No, my phone was on charge in the van. I was borrowing Alicia's charger, I think. So my phone was just chilling there. Meanwhile, Alicia is fully trying to call me as well.
It was on mute as well, I just want to say. So nobody could actually know that the phone was ringing because it was as silenced as it could be.
Yeah, my phone notifications are never on loud because I hate my phone. I hate everything to do with my phone. So that's it. It's dead. It's just chilling amongst some jackets and pillows and blankets and stuff. So they didn't see my phone ringing or hear my phone ringing. And I'm like, well, what do I do now? I just have visions of Dan piling everyone out of the van when they got back to Stoke and him going, "Come on, JJ, let's go." And him moving this pile of coats that was on my seat and just realizing that I am not a pile of coats kind of thing. So yeah, very thankfully, as Dan said, they hadn't gone too far. And very luckily as well, I'm a pretty calm person. My first reaction was not to panic. When I realized I didn't have my phone, I panicked slightly. When I realized I did not have my vape, I panicked even more. And I was like, oh no, well, that's it now. I can't vape the pain away. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do? And I've remembered that Dan had mentioned something about fueling up earlier in the trip back to Stoke. So I thought there's got to be a petrol station around here somewhere. I Costa raised above my head, waded my way through a bush to get out of the service station. And I was wearing I've got like a bright pink Kirby beanie that I always wear. It's like my favorite beanie. And I think these guys had just spotted me as they were coming out of the petrol station then. They just saw me appear out of this bush, just like
a beacon on a hill.
Beacon on a hill, just this Kirby beanie. And very funnily, Amy, the second they realized I was missing, actually recorded the entire thing.
Naturally, so there's just priority, right?
Yeah, right, priority. Yeah, you got to nowadays.
And I thought when I watched that video back that there was going to be, oh my God, I hope JJ's okay. We've left our singer at a service station. The whole time they were all just dying of laughter.
So it was just a 15-minute video of laughter. And then going, look, it's JJ running to the van.
You can just see me like chasing after the van, yeah. But thankfully they saved me.
You didn't get a complex then, JJ, thinking they were after another singer then?
100%. I thought, are these guys just sick of me now, and that's how they're gonna get rid of me? What a cruel way to be fired! Just left at a
Yeah.
service station in the middle of nowhere. No phone. My Costa had gone cold by the time I'd gone back to the van. I was
Oh
very
no.
upset.
Oh man, that's a great story. Well, next time, folks, what you need to do is just like do everybody. Somebody has number one, number two, number three, number four, number five.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yeah, one,
For the
two,
rest of
three.
the
Oh,
tour,
yeah.
like everyone, again, Dan would like keep up with this thing where he goes, "Is everyone in the van?" And then afterwards he'd go, "Is JJ definitely in the
In the
van?"
van.
Yeah, we did a head count by name after that, so it was
Yeah.
everybody by
Oh.
name.
Effie, we're
That's
leaving you at a service station next year as revenge.
As you bring Effie up at Call of the Wild, she wasn't there, so I only discovered
No.
Effie when I saw you
Nottingham.
in Nottingham. Why weren't you at Call of the Wild?
Because she was just born. She's literally like, I don't know, she's like 4 weeks old.
She wasn't
So
conceived at that
She wasn't
point.
actually in the
I
band,
was
but
like,
yeah.
stood there and go, hang on, bassist. Where's she come from?
so what you have to do with bassists, if you kind of have to leave them in a jar with loads of tubes and stuff for a while to let them marinate, and then suddenly they come out of this tank with the ability to play bass really, really well, but at the same time with no social skills. So
On a serious note, Effie has been with us for a few months now. So she wasn't with us at Call of the Wild, but
All right. I thought I was seeing things for a start, and I thought I had to go back on our interview and went, no, she wasn't there. I thought maybe she wasn't there for the interview, so I had a look at what I filmed on set. No, not there. So I didn't know whether she was new or just
we've
sick at that
accidentally
time, or
gaslit
just didn't
you.
want to play with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was at a service station. We left her on the way to the
yeah, she would have been there, but we left her at
by
a
another
service station.
band for you to pick up.
That's how like musicians find each other. They all just get left at service stations. It's like musician daycare on tour. It's service stations, and then you all get picked up.
the only ones that don't get left behind are the drummers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh well, I'm all caught up now. That's brilliant. So I know all of you now. So great stories from the tour. Glad you enjoyed it. We'll talk about upcoming tour next year later on. But other stuff you've been up to since I saw you at Call of the Wild. Live album out. Love the live album. What was the thoughts on why doing a live album?
Go on, Dan.
Me?
This one's for you.
Me? Okay. Bunch of reasons. Well, firstly, the honest one is that we needed to raise some money for this tour we just done.
All right.
So we thought, a live album would be a good way to do like a Kickstarter and build it around that. But also, I've wanted to do a proper live album for quite a long time, and I just felt like now was a good time because we've had JJ in the band for about 3 years, nearly 3 years now, and it's just a good strong lineup, and I just thought now's a good time to do it because it's kind of like a greatest hits album as well as a live record, and also there's a nice little stopgap between the previous studio album and the new one that's coming out in February.
I kept
So
bullying Dan as well. One thing we were getting quite a bit online was for one song in particular, Goth Girls Are Easy. I'd love to hear this with JJ's vocals on it. I'd love to hear this with the current lineup, for example. We got that for quite a few songs, but that song in particular. And I think we'd wanted to do a live album for ages anyway, but artists don't really do live albums anymore. So of course we are unique and quirky, so we had to do a live album too.
Totally unique idea that no one's ever had before.
Yeah, we are the first ever.
I get live albums all the time. I don't know what you're on about. No, but I think admittedly, like live albums were like an amazing milestone, like in the 70s and 80s, like with Kiss Alive and similar albums like that. It was a huge deal. But with the internet, people just watch bands live on YouTube, don't they? So the live album doesn't really, I guess, have the same sort of
It's been
impact
quite
today.
well received, though, I would say.
Well, ours is awesome, obviously,
Yeah. It's one of those things where, again, as far as we're concerned as the band, but also what we've been given as feedback is that this is the strongest lineup so far, and we all just gel so well, and that is something that we again wanted to portray. So not only with the new studio album, but with a live album too, means that people can get a real sense of who we are, and then of course hear it and think, yeah, I've got to see this band now. This is great.
I think a big part of it as well. We've got quite a spread out audience of fans in a lot of different countries, and we've got a lot of countries which are out of reach at the moment. And I think a live album is a great way to bring some of the onstage energy that we have, and that kind of energy. I know I've said energy too many times to them, without having to listen to crappy YouTube videos, which just sound like distorted and whatever. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's true. That's true. So it's a quality
Well,
control, isn't it?
it is a great album. Unfortunately, I don't think you had them when I saw you in Nottingham. I had a word with Evelyn, and she said, "No, we ain't got them here." I think they was in the van, but then I didn't catch you after. But I've got it since there because it's all on Bandcamp, isn't it? You can get it from
It is.
Bandcamp, and is it streaming and that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
streaming. Yeah.
Definitely, if we're ever going to point towards people towards anything in particular, definitely our Bandcamp. Obviously, that is a way to directly support us, is buying anything from the Bandcamp. So again, thank you very much for ordering, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Yep, I certainly did. And
It's a door wedge,
any...
isn't it? To be honest.
You what?
It's propping the door open. It's a door wedge. Or it's a beer mat.
That's how he's
It's got
keeping
his
his
cat
cat
It's got his
out.
pint on it now. It's on eBay.
Question for you is: do you have a favorite from that new live album? Then,
Me?
yeah,
Oh, I love Goth Girls Are Easy, so
I
that's
knew
got to be
it.
my favourite.
I knew it.
That's possibly one of my favourite of your tracks. That is, I love that one. So that's got to be my favourite off
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, we love it as well.
So something else I wanted to ask about the mic stand, Amy. I believe that was you. I didn't realise until I was like looking back, and you made that. Is that right?
it is, yeah.
Is that what you do then
sacrifice,
when you're not in LBD?
well, sort of, yeah. So I am an engineer by kind of background. So I did like fabrication and welding, and then I went to uni and studied mechanical engineering. I kind of pivoted to a different, professional kind of work now, but it's kind of, yeah. Engineering is kind of what I do. I like to build things. I like to 3D print things and design things. So we just figured we needed a microphone stand, and we were putting together this stage show, and I think we got some amazing props that Jackie's been building, for the music videos, and we wanted to bring that to life on stage. So I thought I'd do my part and try and bring some of that crazy gothic energy into a microphone stand. And it was 2 weeks from conception to out on tour. So it was incredibly tight timelines. And I think I probably put about over 100 hours of work into that thing. But yeah, a lot of modeling and 3D printing and wiring, soldering. The first gig in Glasgow, I actually had the bass open and I was soldering bits on there
Yeah,
for the show.
very true story.
I had to get it all working, but it made it. It survived through the tour. There's going to be a few upgrades for a version 2, but yeah, I had to sacrifice 2 goats and a cat for it to all come together in time, but it's
All right, okay.
worthwhile.
I'm assuming not real goats and cats.
I'm not going to comment on that.
All right, okay. So was it a collaborative effort of the design, or was that all you, Amy?
That was Amy.
Sort of. No, I think we had a few ideas that were bouncing around. Me and Alicia were talking about ideas and coming up with a couple of concepts. But then I
It
think
was
I
a
just
massive
kind of,
like ADHD, just like, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? And then Amy just came back with like, whoa, what about this though?
yeah. So I just kind of took some of those ideas and just kind of ran with it. Because obviously everyone else is busy prepping for tour and whatever else as well. So I was like, okay, I just need to crack on and just do something. And yeah, it
Yeah.
worked.
Well, it's very striking and it like suits the band brilliantly. So that's a big tick from me. I really like that. That was great.
I feel really bad for the mic stand though, before we sort of move on, because Amy's made this literally the coolest microphone stand I've ever seen. And I don't use my microphone stand ever. I use it for one song at the start and then I take it off halfway through that song and then I never put it back on again.
But it's a
And
cool
I
little
just feel
stage
really,
prop. It just kind of sits there, doesn't it? And just kind of stares at the crowd with its evil little face.
yeah, so it does still sit. It's just cool to just have on the stage still.
It's like a bodyguard, isn't it? It's like we're
Yeah.
not going to get any stage runners with that thing on there.
Better than just having a stick on the stage, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it really is, really stands out, makes it part of the group, part of the band.
The sixth member.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. Indeed. So I was talking to you before I started recording. Most of you were at Stonedead Festival this year as guests, and my wife, she had a chat with you. I miss you because I was looking at the band. How did you enjoy Stonedead?
Yeah, it was great. It's a nice
Ali, what
size,
was
I
your
think.
favorite thing?
I like the size of it and the whole vibe. I think you know, when you go to festivals these days and they're just massive and everything's just a right trek away and it's like you've got to proper coordinate everything. But it was nice that I could just like eat food there and then turn around and there was just band there straight away.
It was great, wasn't it? Me and Alicia stayed over. JJ was supposed to stay with us. She was supposed to camp with us.
And then
but,
my heart was absolutely not so my heart doesn't work and I've got a monitoring device that basically tells me, right, you've done too much. And I genuinely thought the whole day I'd paced myself incredibly well. A lot of it was sat talking and just enjoying it and going for a bit of a walk and see the bands and stuff. And I thought, surely like I haven't done a lot, but I think I enjoyed it that much that I overexerted myself enjoying the festival. And I got to the end of the day and I just said to Dan, I was like, look, can you just take me home because I'm not okay? I need to go to bed.
it's probably a good thing, to be fair, because our airbed went down in the middle of the night, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I've only just bought another airbed since that happened.
God.
It's been a sad few months.
That wasn't too much fun, was it?
No.
I can just imagine you guys waking up halfway through the night. It's just like you'd be like, why am I on the floor now?
No, my partner was fuming that I brought it back on a broken airbed as well.
Oh dear.
As far as
I'm not a fan of camping, so I generally commute to these things.
Yeah.
Even like I live about an hour away from Download Festival, about an hour from Bloodstock and all these other festivals, and for years I've just commuted. I drive home. It's nice. I like to sleep in my own bed. I've got my own bathroom, make my own breakfast, and I drive back. And I'm often in the arena before most people have got out of their tent because they've been kept up till 4 a.m. People drinking, falling into their tent and whatever. I can't be doing with that now. So I drove back at the end of Stonedead. But no, I really loved it. Firstly, because Primal Fear were playing, and I love Primal Fear. Secondly, because the Almighty were headlining, and my first ever show when I was little, giving my age away a little bit, was Monsters of Rock, Donington, 1992. And and I love Stonedead because it's very much like a smaller version of what Monsters of Rock used to be, like it's modelled on the old Donington. And I noticed even the tire, a replica of the tire as you go in.
It's good, isn't it?
So I got a feeling that a lot of the organisers are probably not a dissimilar age to me. I'd have had a lot of similar experiences, these sorts of concerts. But what's good about it as well is that they've taken away all the crap bits, and I think we can look at old festivals through rose-tinted glasses. And I think it got really bad in like the late 90s. Have you ever seen on Netflix? They had that documentary about the Woodstock
train wreck
the absolute carnage. And I remember these things. I remember like the bad things about festivals back then, and it's like they've kind of got rid of all that. So there's really good toilet facilities, for example. It's not too big and oversold, so you can move around nicely and you can see everything, and it's a really friendly atmosphere, and the merch isn't a huge rip-off. The merch is actually really reasonably priced for a festival.
That's the first time I've ever bought
the food's reasonably priced as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. I spent like £3 on a magnet. If that was Download, it'd be at least 300 quid.
Oh, right, yeah, it would.
And just like there's just little things like that make it a nice experience to go to. It's like they're really on it with the from the viewpoint of the customer. Whereas I feel like a lot of the big famous ones like your Leeds, your Reading, and everything. They're just there to milk you, aren't they? From the second you step out. Well, I was about to say when you step out your car. Now they already milked you when you have to pay 50 quid to park your damn car before you get in.
Yeah.
And I just think like they've got it right at Stonedead. They know
They
their
understand,
clientele.
don't they,
Yeah, they
what
get it.
people
They get
want.
it. It's
It is
clearly
genuinely built by people. I mean, like I'm pretty sure their motto is it's built by people who love
by
rock
fans.
Yeah.
for the
Got
fans. It's like built by
Yeah.
fans.
Fans for the
They
Not
know
fans.
robots.
exactly what they
Yeah,
want to
by the
see
fans for the fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all the
for the
production
fans.
crew,
Yeah.
they're all fans. They did it
Yeah.
because they loved Monsters of Rock, so they wanted that feel. And you're totally right, Dan. I was there at
Yeah.
92 as well. Love the Almighty.
Yeah,
So it was great to see them at Stonedead with a Monsters of Rock feel. So
yeah,
that was brilliant. So I'm really glad you enjoyed it because I've been to every one, and from the second one, I've volunteered as one of the staff there, and I love doing it because again, I'm a fan to give out to everybody else. And
Oh, we will be there as well, regardless next year, because we are going to. Cora has made an entrance. I see at Alivish's room. Next year we will be at the Mercia tent. Um, so we will be there. We will see you there next year,
oh
regardless. But fingers crossed, as you said,
yeah,
we get to open such an incredible festival. I truly think that Stone Dead Festival is what all festivals should mirror. That is the true essence of what a rock venue and festival should be.
I think we're gonna
yeah,
have to sacrifice some more goats.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
To go on
All
that
the
bill.
all the all the rival bands will be mysteriously kidnapped like 24 hours before the show.
yeah, yeah,
They'll like, be phoning us.
yeah.
Oh, everyone else has
Well,
vanished. You
wait,
guys are going to have to
Oh
play now.
no!
what you need to do, Dan, is get them in the van, give them a ride round, just drop them off at some
Service
services, and then
station.
just drive off.
I'll wait for them to go get a Costa, and then I'll just like burn down the road. Like, see you later.
See you.
So if anybody watching doesn't know what we're talking about, Lesbian Bed Death are in for the openers poll, which will be decided once all the heats are finished by the production team. So fingers crossed for you, folks, that you're on that stage. If not, I will see you there definitely.
Yeah, we will
And
see you there regardless. Don't
uh,
worry.
like I said, I'm working there as a volunteer. I'm going to try and see if they'll let me do a bit of press next year. So if they do, we'll have a quick chat,
Yeah.
a little bit interview then, if that's all right.
Do you know what? Do you know what bribes they take? I mean,
Um, I've tried it, mate. I've tried it. I was interviewing Chris Zumby last week, and I tried to get stuff out of him. They're really tightly. I've tried, but yeah, afraid not, mate.
oh, never mind, never mind.